guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to do a day in my life. I have 2 appointments, underarm laser and also a color. So I'm going to dye my hair today. I'm going to the Diva salon later on. But before starting my day, I do want to eat something really quick. So yeah, let's get started. A salmon avocado toast, and I have iced Milo right here. And I've always had Milo chocolate when I was younger. So back to childhood. My first bite, moment of truth. I'm going to be answering some questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. Well, I asked you guys to let me know, ask me some questions under a photo. So that's what I'm going to do. Who's your hairdresser and what do you say to get what you want? So I've been going to Jessica at the Diva salon since 2016. She has cut my hair and I do get my hair cut into layers. I naturally have a lot of hair and a lot of volume. So cutting my hair into layers really helps with adding more volume and fluff at the top. So yeah, I get my hair cut into layers. It's more in like a heart shape, but you can also ask for rounded layers. And I also have been going to, or I went once to Nabila at Diva Curl. She's another hairstylist and she's really great, so I would recommend both of them. Could you talk about diffusers? Are they different from each other? So I only know about 2 diffusers. The one that's for like the ends of your hair, and then another one which is the Diva Fuser, which is like a hand, and that is more to dry your roots better. That way it gets in there and it's like a hand, so it just dries your roots. And then the other one that's like more rounded that you see me using is for the ends of your hair. Another person asked, weird question, does your hair ever do this where you think it's dry like 5 hours after you wash it and then realize your scalp is still like soaking wet? Any tips on how to prevent that without blow drying my hair? I have a sensitive scalp, so when it's wet for a long time like that, it gets itchy and so uncomfortable. Is this an issue only I have? So I don't have an issue where my hair gets really itchy while I'm drying, but yeah, sometimes if I don't diffuse, my hair can take up to 7 or 8 hours to fully dry, especially in the winter. In the summer, with the humidity and the weather, it takes 2 to 3 hours. But yeah, so sometimes like the roots of my hair will be wet. It can look dry, but like the roots in my hair can be wet. So with itchiness, I would suggest diffusing your hair. That way it's dry and it doesn't get itchy. So another question that I get asked often is, how often do you wash your hair? And I don't have a set schedule. Sometimes I can wash my hair 2 times a week, other times 4 times a week. It really depends. I usually wash it more 2 times a week only because I hate washing my hair. So yeah, more like, let's just say 3 to be safe. I am looking for volume. Should I consider adding layers to my curls? And yes, layers help a lot of people with volume. So I would definitely suggest talking to a curly specialist that will let you know if layers for your hair will help with volume. So I get a lot of volume questions, and someone asked, how do I keep my volume throughout the day? So sometimes it does like drop. You can't really do anything to like keep it if that's just not what your hair wants to do. Sometimes I do apply mousse or foams that help with hold and volume, but sometimes it may not work, so I just fluff it. Just make sure that you're like in a mirror fluffing your hair and then just doing that throughout the day, that way it doesn't get flat. So someone asked me, I saw that you occasionally straighten your hair. What kind of cut trim do you get on your hair in order to do both and not have it look choppy? So I've gotten this question a couple of times, and I don't cut my hair based on how it's going to look when I straighten it. I just cut it into layers and it doesn't look bad when it's straightened. It just looks like I have different layers. But if you're worried about how your hair is going to look when you straighten it, I guess you would have to talk to the stylist to do a haircut where it's going to look really nice. I don't care because I only straighten it like once, twice a year. I mean, I only straightened it once this year, and that was the first time in like 4 years, so yeah. So here we are at location 05. This is where I film sometimes. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys really quick since we were in the area and answer more questions. So another popular question that I get is suggestions for protecting curls while on vacation. And honestly, I mean, you shouldn't worry too much about your hair, especially if you're on vacation, but definitely deep conditioning a couple times before going on vacation. And if you have time while you're wherever you are, deep condition for 30 minutes at least once. If not, it's okay, it's not a big deal. But also if you're styling your hair, if you're like washing your hair, even if you go to the pool or the beach, use a leave-in conditioner. Even if you don't wash your hair, just spray on or wet your hair a little bit, apply a little bit of, I keep saying a little bit, keep applying leave-in conditioner throughout the day or throughout the days and you'll be fine. Afterwards, you can just consistently deep condition and you'll get your curls back to its like natural, healthy state. But don't worry about it, if it gets dry, it's fine. So somebody asked, which product do you suggest for hydrated and soft curls? My curly hair is soft until blow dry. It's difficult to find a product that doesn't dry the curls. So I have so many brands that I use and love, so I'm not going to recommend only one brand. If you go through my Instagram, you see the brands I've promoted, but I think the key is using a leave-in conditioner on wet hair after you wash your hair. So style with a leave-in conditioner, use a cream, and then gel is optional. If you need hold, use a little bit of gel or just try it out. If it works, it works, but definitely a leave-in and a cream are the main two products that will help provide moisture. So somebody said, not a hair question, but if you like chai lattes, I 100% recommend an iced gray vanilla chai latte, optional with oat milk from Martha's, 10 out of 10. I don't know what Martha's is, but I will definitely look it up because I loved iced lattes, iced whatever. But that sounds interesting, gray vanilla chai. I love chai, but gray, what does that mean? What is the best haircut for curly hair? I'm dying because of stupid hairdressers in this part of the world who treat my hair as if it's silky, and so I have not trimmed it since ever. So if you're not in the United States, it's hard for me to recommend any stylist because a lot of the brands, or at least the brand that I go to get my hair cut, they don't have it internationally as of yet. So I would say I cut my hair dry. When my stylist cuts my hair, they cut it dry so they can see my natural curl pattern and see how it's going to look while it's dry, because that's how I wear my hair. But I would say, oh, actually somebody told me, I don't think they're from the United States, or maybe they didn't have access to a diva stylist, but they told me they showed their stylist a video on my haircut. So on YouTube I have, or on here, we're on YouTube, I have a video of a diva cut, and I basically show you guys how my hairstylist cuts my hair, and she showed her hairstylist how the process is, and the haircut came out great. So maybe, you know, if your hairstylist is nice, show them a video of the haircut that you want, and maybe they can follow it. I mean, they should know, they're a hairstylist, so it might be easy to like follow them. So now that I've wandered around the studios and also taken some pictures, I am going to go to Erase Spa to get my underarms lasered. I believe this might be like my 7th, 8th session. I do see a little bit of hair, which I'm a little concerned. It has been 8-9 weeks since my last appointment, and you're supposed to go every 6 weeks, so maybe that's why. But they did say I should do maybe 12 sessions to really get rid of the hair, but I'm not sure. So yeah, we're just gonna go there, and it's literally only gonna take 5 minutes, and then we're going to go to Soho. guys, so as you can see, I already left Diva Curl. My hair is dyed. I don't know if you can see it too well because of the lighting and the sun is going down. I didn't go too light. I just got some subtle highlights. That's it, because they are going to get lighter when I go to the pool or the beach. So I just wanted some subtle highlights. But anyways, I'm going to answer a few more questions and then it's a wrap. How do you get the amount of volume you do in your hair? I try not to use a diffuser because it makes my hair a lot less defined, but your hair is defined and voluminous. Please tell us your secrets. So my hair is naturally voluminous. There are days where it's like not that voluminous, but it naturally has volume. I would suggest shaking your hair out, separating your curls. It might take a little bit of time, but if you separate your curls, you allow the curl to like sit on top of each other. So I'm planning on doing my first kind of hair chop soon, so my curly hair can flourish and all. I've been seeing a lot of girls with a Rizzo cut, and I was wondering if you thought that kind of cut was good for a start. So honestly, I did get a Rizzo cut. I believe it might have been 2 years ago or maybe a year ago, but less than 2 years, and I loved it. I got it done with Nubia, and she's very sweet, very great, and a lot of people do go to them, so I would suggest trying it out. How often do you cut your hair? I think we have almost the same curl pattern, and I've been skipping cuts to grow it out. So if your hair doesn't look bad in the ends, like if your ends are not that bad, then you can skip cutting it, you know, maybe cut it once a year or twice a year. But if your hair is super damaged, you should definitely cut it every 3 to 4 months. I personally cut my hair twice a year. I do get lazy and sometimes don't cut it, but it's not because I want my hair to grow. It's just because I get lazy and don't go to the salon. But I get it cut twice a year. Last question, what is the best sleep routine you have for your hair if you want good second and third day hair? Because I have a satin pillow and I lift my hair so I don't lay on it, but the next day most of my curls are flat anyways and lost its definition, so I have to put it in a bun or rewash it to do all over again so it looks how I want. What am I not doing right? Okay, so first, if your hair is still damaged, if you're still in the transition, your hair is very weak. So sleeping on a satin pillow will help minimize frizz, but at the same time, if your hair is still not strong and healthy, your curls are going to get loose while you sleep and disturbed. So that might be a reason why. Now, if your hair is 100% healthy, it could be that your hair is fine and fragile still, but I wish I can like talk to you in person, because I have a question. Do you want your hair to be perfect? Because sometimes second day hair can't look the same as first day hair. It's not fresh. So if you see a little bit of frizz, it's totally okay. I embrace the frizz, but your hair is not going to necessarily look like first day hair. So it's okay to have looser curls sometimes. But if it's just like completely out of shape, it doesn't have any curl pattern, it just looks like bedhead, I guess. I would say use a little more leave-in conditioner or cream, or maybe a little more gel, either or, to really hold your hair in place while you sleep. It doesn't have to be like overboard, just like a little more than usual. That way your curls are really have a hold. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram because I post a lot on there and also in Spanish. So yeah, follow me on there, check me out, and sorry I said burp again. Oh, and I'm at Juice Generation because I just love their coconut meat and water blended together. It's not on the menu, I just custom make it, whatever.